What it kind of reminds me of is a Mag Max that is slightly softer, slightly more bounce than the Mag Max, more rocketed, and I would probably say it doesn't feel as heavy and as bottom heavy as the Mag Max. So yeah, just a really well balanced shoe here. So a couple of runs done and dusted in this shoe. Now this is the Mizuno Wave Sky 9 and these are my first impressions. But before we get into it, and if you guys haven't done so already and you want to support the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And in the spec, so this one is a neutral max cushion daily trainer and you're going to be able to pick it up in Australia, I believe, for $280, and I think it retails in the US at $170. So no official US price out at this stage, but I do know it's going to retail for 190 euros as well. Now in the weight, so for a big bulky shoe like this, not a bad weight here, so 282 grams or 9.9 ounces. Now that's in my size, US 8.5 here, and in the stack, massive stack, so 44 in the rear, 38 in the front, and that's going to give us a 6mm drop. And in the upper, so the material that they're using here is what they call smooth stretch woven. So I'm not too sure how much stretch there is about this material, but I will say it's quite robust. It's quite rigid as well, and the breathability could be better, but I will say that it will last a long time. So solid heel counter at the back here, definitely got a solid cap at the back there. We've got a mini little Achilles flare here, which I really like. Medium amount of padding around the heel collar, and I'm going to say a plush padded tongue. The tongue is gusseted. Lacing system, standard reinforced eyelets down either side. No issues with the laces coming undone. Midfoot lockdown was great. No heel slippage in the back. In the fit, true to size in the length. I'm going to say width, I'm going to say it's normal. It's certainly not a wide shoe, and it's not doesn't feel like a narrow shoe. I've had no irritation on the toes on the side at all, and toe box volume seems just about right as well. Build quality looks amazing here, but I will say step-in comfort, this is next level. And in the outsole, so the rubber that they're using here is their carbon rubber, that X10 rubber. So I really love what they've done with the coverage here and the tread pattern. They've just got it sort of in these pods at the bottom. It's not just lathered all over the shoe, segmented off. They're letting this midsole breathe. Now in the performance department, so I've only got to run in this shoe in the dry conditions and obviously no issues there. This rubber is quite thick as well, so I do anticipate that it is going to be quite durable. And in the midsole, so this is where this shoe really excited me once I did see it online, and I couldn't believe I had the opportunity to buy it there and then. I don't think I was meant to buy it, but it was available, so I pushed the button, and only because of what it had going in the midsole. I usually wouldn't even turn my head at the Wave Sky, but midsole foam here, 2 layers of Mizuno Energy NXT. So that is the premium foam that they are using in the Neo Vista and also the Neo Zen. So the 2 types of foam, so we've got the nitrogen injected version at the top layer and under the bottom layer. So for the bottom layer, they've got the EVA NXT foam. So I absolutely love that combo of foams. It is a real game changer, this foam. It's amazing in their training shoes. So once I seen that this shoe had that, I was straight on it. Had to buy it straight away. So they do have the Wave technology in the shoe, but I believe there's no plate in the shoe. They've just got the Wave. The Wave is creating the stability and the rigidness in the shoe just by the shape of the foam itself. So Wave foam technology, I believe it's called. In the geometry department here, we certainly have got a 4-foot rocker, and it is noticeable. So not super early and not super late, somewhere in the middle there. And I'm not going to say it's aggressive and it's not gentle. Again, it's somewhere in the middle, but you can certainly feel it as you are running. And in the ride, well, all I can say is it is magical. So these 2 foams combined with this geometry it's a winner. It's a winner. I know it's early stage, but man, it's soft without being too mushy soft. So takes all the impact out of the run. It's got some bounce there, just the right amount of bounce where it's not too bouncy and it's just energetic fun and you don't think you can actually run in it every day. So it's got bounce, but a bounce where you can run in it every day, and it is still fun. They say it feels like that you're floating when you're running in this shoe. Well, I 100% agree with that. It does feel like you are floating in the shoe. Nice amount of pop This geometry is just perfect the way it can kick in, especially just at those jogging paces. The shoe does not feel heavy at all on the foot. It actually feels quite airy. So yeah, you do get that floating feeling. And most surprisingly with the shoe is soft and so bouncy. It's stable. So you feel super safe in this shoe, super wide platform, and yeah, there is not one bad thing to say about this ride of this shoe, and it feels efficient as well because there's not that much sink into the foam, and the way you can just tick the legs over in it, like I have no hesitations in taking this one out on a long run for 3 hours on the foot already. I already know it's going to be an absolute killer. And likes in this shoe, I just mentioned it, the ride. And what I'm still figuring out in the shoe is just the choice of the upper material here. So I would have liked to see something a little more flexible and probably a little bit more breathable. And there is absolutely no dislikes in this shoe. And just wrapping up my first thoughts in the shoe, well, if you can't tell by now, I absolutely love the shoe. I think it's putting all those other max cushion training shoes on notice, because this is how you create just a simple daily trainer that's got a huge stack on it that it's not either too soft, it's not too bouncy, it's not too stable. This thing it just nails all those categories, and it's just enough to make the ride almost perfect for me. So it's too early for me to say perfect, but I'm going to say it's on the way there. So I'm certainly reaching for this shoe over any other max cushion shoe that I have tested this year for sure. Yeah, the Neo Vista too, it is an amazing shoe, but that shoe is so soft and so bouncy. It's got the big cavity in the middle, but you can tell it's got that same sort of feedback, but it is just toned down into a training shoe that you can use every day. What it kind of reminds me of is a Mag Max that is slightly softer, slightly more bounce than the Mag Max, more rocketed, and I would probably say it doesn't feel as heavy and as bottom heavy as the Mag Max. So just a really well balanced shoe here. Amazing shoe. It's not over $300, which I absolutely love as well. Great signs here, and predictions are it is going to be up there for the shoe of the year, 100%. So easy days tick, recovery days tick, long runs tick. This is the max cushion pick of the year for me so far. Early days though. But anyway, guys, I think this one releases, I think maybe around August. I can't believe how lucky I was to actually pick up a pair again. No complaints here from me. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Any questions you've got, just hit me up in the comments. Make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.